I'm back. It is 2:25 p.m. on Thursday, April 1st. It's April Fool's Day. My mom told me my dad's aunt, my grandpa's sister, her birthday is today, and she turns 104. My camera keeps moving, sorry. Yeah, 104. That's amazing. And yesterday, when Dylan and I went out to dinner, there was a family there, and the grandpa was celebrating his birthday too. And it was the cutest thing. They brought out like a little cake and, saying happy birthday to him. And I was watching, and he turns and looks at me and he goes, "Don't believe it." And it made me laugh because I was like, how did he even know I was looking at him? Because, I was, sitting, maybe he could see me in his peripheral, but, he's like, "Don't believe it." And it made me laugh because, that's all I've been doing is, looking for something to believe. And he's like, "Don't believe it." Don't believe what? That today's your birthday? Or, just don't believe anything in general. And, in my mind, I was like, no, I believe it. It's a birthday. You're old. We're all getting old. Day after day. And, it just made me happy to see that. And it makes me happy to know that Aunt Nell is turning 104 today. And that's just the bloodline. Apparently, that native bloodline is pretty good. So, I've been kind of struggling with staying positive today, mainly because, things keep, this one issue got brought up this morning when I woke up. I was getting a letter from somebody, and it was just weird because it was addressed to Kelsey K, and I'm like, that's not my name, first of all, and second of all, where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that name from? Because that's not my name. Online I go by Kelsey J, but my real name isn't even close to either of those. So I'm like, did this person go online and try and research me? And it's just it gives me a weird feeling and a really bad taste in my mouth. Just because this person really talked down to Dylan and I because we were renting our house, and it's who cares if we're renting? We're in our 30s. You think we can afford a house right now? And it just kind of brought up with Jackie Ina. Jackie Ina is a beauty YouTuber, and I watched one of her videos recently, and she was talking about how influencers kind of give off this persona of the flex culture, and everybody thinks their life is perfect, and they're constantly getting brand deals, and everybody is a millionaire, and everybody lives in California, and there's just all this stuff that's assumed, and I can't stop people from assuming what my life is, but it's just kind of weird. I'm like, I don't judge anybody until I meet them personally. Granted, I can judge their online persona, and I can be like, well, maybe I wouldn't have done that, maybe I would have done this differently. But it's just really interesting, a lot of the internet is they say it's a highlight reel, and nobody likes to show their flaws and their down points. And what Jackie was saying was, she was like, maybe later on I'll share that with you, but as I'm going through it, I don't want to go through that with you guys. And I totally get what she's saying. I'm like, I feel the same way. Like, if I'm going through something, I might not want to talk about it immediately. Might want to like keep it to myself and work through it by myself, and then eventually like share it with people. But like right off the bat, some people just like are immediately transparent like on the internet, and I feel like that's where they get caught up in like saying something they don't mean, or like doing something that might seem controversial, or they might get canceled and stuff like that. And that's why I like to I'll record a video and then I'll let it simmer, you know, because I kind of like black out when I'm filming, or like when I'm talking to the camera. Even right now, like I just kind of like black out and I go off on tangents, and then I like don't remember what I said, or I remember bits and pieces of what I said, and it seems worse to me in my mind, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have said that, maybe I should cut that out. And then when I go through and watch it after letting it sit for a while, I'm like, oh, well, that wasn't really that bad, or like, oh, that like it seemed worse in my mind than what it actually was. So yeah, I just need to concentrate on knowing that things are going to work out for me, and the abundance is coming. And these cards that I draw a card every morning, and yesterday's was like, behind the curtains of time and space, good things are happening for me. And I just have to believe that good things are happening, things that are happening in my best interest, even though what's happening in front of me right now might not seem like it's the best. It's happening for the better, you know? So I just have to trust the process, and trust that me coming out here and me skating and me working on myself, my mental health, my physical health, eventually that is going to pay off in the long run. And I can't be focusing on like the instant gratification, you know, like shit's not happening fast enough. Same with like learning skills. I think yesterday I was talking about how learning skills take time. And even though not every day is leaps and bounds, those little steps that I take every day are what are eventually going to set me ahead. So Desi Perkins just announced, literally like right before I got here, she announced that she's coming out with a skincare line. And I was like, damn. You know, if I would have listened to that lady, I don't think I've ever told this story before. It was about 6 years ago at High Aldi in Boise. High Aldi is a Basque festival. Basque people are from the region, the mountain region in between Spain and France. And they're like shepherds. And a lot of them migrated to Boise. So there's a big Basque population in Boise. And every 5 years, they have this festival called High Aldi. And when it was 2015, it was supposed to happen in 2020, but it didn't happen. I think it's going to happen this year, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. But anyways, I was at High Aldi with my ex-boyfriend, and I remember we were drunk. The bars had closed or were about to close or something, and we were getting hot dogs at this like hot dog stand. And I remember standing waiting for my boyfriend at the time to get a hot dog, and this lady came up to me. Well, she was waiting for her food as well, and so it's not like she like came up to me. We were just kind of standing there, and she goes, "I love your braid." And I was like, "Oh my god, thanks. It's super easy to do." And I just took out my hair real quick and I showed her how to do a fishtail. And she goes, "Oh my god, the way you did that just now, you remind me of Desi Perkins. Do you know who Desi Perkins?" And I was like, "No." And she goes, "She's a beauty YouTuber. Do you have a YouTube?" And I was like, "No." And she goes, "You should, because you remind me you're just like Desi Perkins." I was like, I don't know. Like, I was like, I have 3 brothers. I'm just not really into that girly stuff. And she goes, she has 3 brothers too. And I was like, what? Like, that's kind of weird. And she goes, she's like, she's turning to her husband. She's like, don't you think she would be good? And her husband's looking at me like, I don't know. And, yeah, in my mind, I was like, I don't know. I don't know about all that. And, she goes, well, if you change your mind, here's my card. And she gave me her card, and she had like a little YouTube logo on her card. And I'm kind of pissed at myself that I didn't listen to her, you know, because then, you know, 5 years later, well, 4 years later, because I started my YouTube channel in 2019, I found Desi Perkins, and she was the one that I identified with a lot. I was like, oh my gosh, like, her and I are so similar. And then I found out she has 3 brothers, and I was like, holy shit, this is what this lady was talking about. And it, like, hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, bitch, listen to the universe when it's trying to tell you something, you know? And I wish I would have, but I can't be, like, you know, dwelling on that, because that was the past. I learned from it, and now I know, like, when opportunity arises, fucking take it. Don't question it. Don't think like this can't be real, you know? So I'm reminding myself that, you know, everything happens for my best interest, and someone up there is looking out for me. So I just got to keep going, keep doing what I'm doing what makes me happy, most of all. What makes me happy, what is important to me, and what is going to make me feel good. So, damn, this is a long conversation today. Sorry, we're at 12 minutes. Anyways, I'm going to go skate. We'll see what I work on today. I don't know. Peace. Love you. Bye. So, I think I might have gotten the, like, heel split spin. It, like, clicked. So, hold on. Oh, I fucking wish I don't think I got that on camera. Fuck. All right, it's 3:36. Sorry, I had to turn on the air conditioning. That was good. I like didn't place any expectations for myself today. And sorry, excuse the hairy armpits. I just didn't place any expectations on myself today, and I just kind of was working on what I wanted to, like, whatever I felt like, you know. It started with just skating around, and then it went to figure eights, and then it went to, like, skating backwards, and I think I skated backwards for a while. But, it was good because I was just kind of bopping along, like, kind of, like, doing my own thing, and, I was like, I'm gonna try working on those, like, heel spins, like, the split ones, the heel, I don't know what it's called, where you, like, do a split, and it's, like, on your heel, and you turn, and I freaking got it, like, it, like, finally clicked for me, like, oh, like, the mechanics, remember the mechanics, you know, and so I started thinking about, where's my weight at? Is it on my toe? Is it on my inside edge, outside edge? And so I was like, okay, I'm going to try bottom leg inside edge, because I was having trouble, like, actually turning without, like, picking up my foot and moving. So I was like, let me try inside edge. So I would, oh my gosh, and I feel like it was so smooth the first time, and I was like, oh, bing, 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 bing. So I'm super, like, stoked. I feel like that was really good. And, yeah, I didn't expect to, like, progress today, but that was something that I was like, okay. And then I was like, let me try a 3-turn, and I fucking fell on my ass, and so I was like, okay, no, not yet. Not yet. Not there yet. I'll figure it out, but, like, I fucking hate shit. Okay, anyways, I'm super happy. I like when I can, like, it's nice to just go out there and just feel like I don't really have to do anything. Like, I can just move my skates and, like, just do anything. It doesn't matter. And it just feels really good because I know, like, my leg muscles are working, and, like, I can feel my shins and, like, everything. I'm building all these new muscles, so it's like, this is really cool. So yeah, I'm happy. And I need to wash my hair. That's why I keep itching my head. Look at how greasy it is. Yeah, so Dylan, I think he said he'll come skating with me tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. Maybe we can teach each other some tricks. I'll talk to you later. Love you.